All right, fellas, welcome back. Today is Saturday, June 13th, 2026. Let's do it. Let's do a stream. We're going to do a stream. It's a little bit early. It's 7:15. I actually slept in a little bit. I was actually up. I was actually like up late. It was surprising what time I went to bed. Because the U.S. was playing Portugal, of course, at the World Cup last night, and it started at 9 p.m. local time, and it it it's kind of sad to see what has happened to FIFA, or like what is going on. So apparently this World Cup, and I don't know how long this has been going on in soccer, but in this World Cup, you have hydration breaks in the middle of every half. And so one of the reasons I remember discussing this with my buddy Stefan a couple of like years ago, that I was saying that like one of the reasons that I'm convinced one of the reasons that soccer is not more popular in the United States is because there's an effort, or not an effort to keep it unpopular, but there's not a lot of motivation to make it popular, because by the nature of how soccer is broadcast, you have this 45-minute chunk of play, and then 10, 15 minutes of a halftime, and then another 45-minute chunk. And of course, that means for 45 minutes, you're not showing a single commercial. And of course, there's things you can do, and there's things they've done in the past where they have, a little side panel that shows a visual commercial, and like they squeeze in ads everywhere they can. But then last night, it was just so fucking obvious that these hydration breaks had nothing to do with the safety of the players. That was just a convenient excuse. Instead, what they were doing is they were like, all right, now we're going to go to a hydration break, and now soccer's become 4 quarters instead of just 2 halves. And it was fucking despicable. I was so disappointed, because that was one of the things I really enjoyed. And you still get these 20 minutes of uninterrupted play, like roughly like 22, 23 minutes. But oh God, it makes me angry. It makes me angry because I am a fan of American football, which I consider the real football. Because I'm looking at Henna's comment, because she just said, "You watch the real football?" Okay, whatever. But I'm a big fan of American football, but I can't stand how they squeeze commercials into every little nook and cranny in the broadcast they can. As a matter of fact, let me look this up. I want to chart of NFL game time versus commercials. It's something like it's nearly half and half, commercials and gameplay. Let's see. NFL games are mostly commercials and replays. No, I don't want to become a member. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just everything. The internet is just pissing me off. Wait a minute. Archive. Will this work? Ooh. I don't know what it is, but this happened yesterday where I have this like hiccup burp thing going on. Wow. Time breakdown. This is AI generated. So of the time breakdown, you have it. And I mean, with NFL, with American football, I get it, right? Because I understand why it would be mostly commercials versus gameplay, because it's 60 minutes of gameplay, but it's not like a continuous gameplay like in soccer. It's the actual plays in football are generally very short, right? Like no more than like 5 seconds at a time. So you get these 5-minute spurts where you have a good like 30 seconds. By rule, they have 45 seconds between each play. So that part makes sense, but it's just like 33% advertising and commercials, 35% of players standing around, 9% of instant replays, and then you get 6%. So in a 3-hour broadcast, you have 11 minutes of actual gameplay. I remember when I was a kid, so the way that American football typically works in terms of broadcast scheduling is the bulk of the games are on Sunday, and this has evolved over the year, but you always have had a chunk of games at 1 p.m. on Sunday. This is 1 p.m. Eastern time, East Coast US, because we're the only coast that matters. But one chunk at 1 p.m. and then you'd have another chunk of games around 4 p.m. And I remember as a kid that the 4 o'clock games started at 4 p.m. because I just remember this because I have been an American football fan my entire life. Like, as some of my oldest memories are of my mother being hungover and just plopping me down in front of the television on a Sunday afternoon while she goes in the bedroom to sleep off her hangover. And I would watch cartoons, and then at 1 p.m. I would watch football. And I remember back in the day, because you used to get a TV guide, like a printout of a TV guide, it was a separate booklet, and it would always come in the Sunday newspaper. So, and I remember looking at that TV guide booklet, and it said like 4 p.m. 4 p.m. for commercial. I mean, I'm sorry, 4 p.m. for the late football games. Now 4:35. Now, did the length of the game change? No, of course not. No. Instead, they added, over the years, they have added 35 minutes, which is just dedicated to more commercials. So it's becoming, the state of advertising in the world in general is horrendous. And it's one of the reasons that, like, I don't want to buy another television. Like, of course, my TV works fine. Like, there is nothing wrong with my TV. I bought it in 2018 or 19. And it in terms of technology, sure, it's a little old, but I don't want to buy a new one because I don't know what inadvertent ads I'm signing up for, where I'm going to sign up for a television. I'm going to spend $2,000, $3,000 on a television that's just going to show me ads. Like, oh, it's ridiculous. Like, have you seen like this Samsung refrigerator that, like, it shows ads? Like, the fucking refrigerator is showing you ads, and it's just like, nope. And then I won't get I just won't get a smart fridge. Sorry, not going to do it. Not going to get a smart fridge. All right. Anyway, I think what we're going to do now, since Not Sure is not here to con me with money, because yesterday when I streamed, I was like, I wanted to work on something, and he didn't want me to work on it. And I said, well, hey, you want to super chat me $20? I'll work on what you want me to work on. And he did, and then we did. So I want to work on what I want to work on. And if Henna or anybody else would like me to work on something else, feel free to super chat me. The price has gone up. Inflation's a bitch. Feel free to super chat me $25. $25. And if you super chat me $24.99, Not Sure, that's not going to count. It's not going to count. 2500 or more. That's what I require. That's what I require. Oof. Oh man, this hiccup burp thing is really bizarre. And where is Matthew, by the way? I saw him in Discord. Why is he not here? You know what? You can't trust people. You just can't. Nope. They just break your heart. It's just all right. So what I've been working on is, so the map, we're working on the map, by the way. So the map is composed of many layers, of several layers. I think it's like around 12. It's right around a dozen. Let's take a look. I'll show you. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it a little easier. Ha! Not the first time I've heard that. Oh, wait a minute. I got to check over here for a second. Let me look over here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, I was going to show you the layers. I got distracted. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So come up here. So we have all these layers up here, right? Like, it starts with the base layers. They get drawn first, like the land, the biomes, the height layer. Oh, I did add that. That's pretty cool, I think. I'll show you. Like, if I zoom in on, where did it go? Oh gosh, darn it. The zoom on Windows is really, it can get out of hand really quickly. Anyway, so like you can add this height, and so now you can see like there's like, you can see the height of the island through like a relief map kind of, although there are still these white edges, and I'm not sure what's going on with that, but whatever. And then you can see the height of things all over the planet. And then I like this view the best. I think it's the easiest to parse, like visually parse. So anyway, so what I want to work on is right now, you have all these layers, like the railroad over here. You have the roads, and then there's different classes of roads, right? I think right now there's literally 6 different classes of roads that I'm using. So if I show you, you can see there is the road highway. Now I even like these comments are most. Oh, Matthew is here. I'm profiling my game. Don't do that. That's racist. Okay. All right. Like you need to treat all games equally. You need to judge games by the content of their gameplay and not the color of their trailer. Okay. What you just like, don't do that, Matthew. That's bad. Anyway, so all the examples, because I put here like real world examples. So like roads highway is like I-95 or 495 in Washington. Like they're all like Washington, D.C. area based examples because that's where I'm from. So you have the roads. But anyway, the point is that the roads have multiple layers. The roads are like roads highway, roads major, roads minor. And those are roads that connect city to city, right? But then you have the roads within a city, which is like streets major, streets minor, and then alleys. So that's 6 different layers for one conceptual item being roads. So, or streets. So that what I want to do is when you like right now this streets is checked. What I want to do is when you uncheck it, that's basically saying hide this layer, but it needs to hide all of the streets. And so anyway, so that's what we're going to work on today. That we're going to work on this functionality. And right now it's doing something. I'm not a web developer. And this is doing something that like a web developer would probably know right away, but I'm not sure what the deal is. And let me explain. Okay, so these checkboxes where you have streets, railways, seaways, they are rendered by what's on the right-hand side. So you have this map right panel, and then let me see. Right here is basically where we're passing in the optional layers, and then we're basically looping over them and then displaying each one. And what's happening is I click on a checkbox and nothing happens. And I'm not sure why. The radio buttons still work. And so anyway, that's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure that out. And actually this is interesting because I don't think, wait a minute. If I go back here. Okay, checkbox for seaways changed to true. You know what? Maybe we will work on the game. No. We're gonna figure this out, and then we'll work on the game depending on how long we stream and depending if Matthew's still here or not. All right, so let's see. We have I feel like a checkbox is one of the easiest things that HTML checkbox example. So I need to get a baseline to remember, okay, type checkbox. I just want a basic example. Input type checkbox, then you have the ID, then you have the name. Oh, wait a minute. Value. Matthew says he has no plans today. All right. Well, all right. Well, the date. Well, I know you probably just woke up 10 minutes ago because let's see. What time is it there? It's probably like 1:30. Or let's see. What time is it in London? So, okay. So it's 12:30. So you woke up. I mean, it's early for you. So I know you just woke up. But I'm glad to know I have plans today. I do. I need to go work in the yard. And I probably should have done that before. Honestly, I probably should be doing that right now before it actually gets stifling hot. But this is the sacrifice that I make for you guys. This is the sacrifice. This is what I go through for you fellas and ladies. All right, so let me see. It is 72 degrees out. So it's nice right now, but it's supposed. But then, so we're supposed to. The wife and I were supposed to go see Disclosure Day, but then Matthew is like, he's like not really selling it that well. Let me see. And then, wait, I think Not Sure saw it too and said it was ridiculous. Okay, so it's getting 6 out of 9, which is actually not that great. Alamo. Alamo Drafthouse Cinemas. This is the place we want to go to because you can sit down and like get a drink, get food, that kind of thing. So maybe let's see what else is playing. Is there anything? Okay, is that not Ben or Matt Damon? Is that Matt Damon? The Odyssey. I don't want to see the Odyssey. There's Disclosure Day. Matthew says it could have been better. I still enjoyed it. Huh? Toy Story 5? Toy Story 5? Holy shit. I kind of want to see Obsession. Maybe we'll go see that. Let me see. Obsession reviews. Or let's just do Obsession Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. 94%. And it's 94%. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if it's not. Okay, I think it's 94% for both like professional reviewers and for audience reviews. Whereas Disclosure Day Rotten Tomatoes, let's check that out. Is 80 to 75%. Okay, so that's pretty consistent too. The thing is, like Rotten Tomatoes, you have to look at both of them because there was this comedian who did she did a comedy show, and it was just kind of like I watched it because at the time it was like viral and people were talking about it, so I was like, I gotta watch it to see what it is. And it was like there was like a couple of haha moments, but it was mostly just like It was mostly just like a statement of like, I'm a strong, independent lesbian. And it was just weird. It wasn't really that much it was kind of a comedy show, but it was like a comedy show mixed with slam poetry that had no rhythm. It wasn't great. And Hannah Gadsby? Is that? And I think Gadsby. But anyway, the point of this is, let me see if I can find it. Hannah Gadsby, Nanette. So I'm going to look at this, and what I'm getting at is the reviewers, because she's a strong, independent woman, and that's the social thing to do. That's the socially right thing to do is to praise her and say nothing bad. Like the professional critics, it has like 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, whereas people were like, this is terrible. So it had like 5% for the audience review. Let's see if it's like how much I'm exaggerating, how much I'm not. Okay, so we're gonna go to right here. It has, out of 48 reviews, it has 100%. 100%. Everybody, hands down, agrees that this is an amazing show, and the audience rating is 26%. So I guess the argument would probably be, yeah, it's trolls. It's people trolling. Is it really? Is it? Anyway, so Disclosure Day is consistent, which tells me, okay, like these are probably accurate numbers. And according to these numbers, I think Obsession is better. I'm going to ask Google AI. I'm going to ask Gemini. Based on, do Google searches as needed, but based on the information you can find, which movie would be better for a lover of horror films and another lover of action films to see? Obsession or Disclosure Day? Matthew says, I want to see this too in Scary Movie 6. I've never seen a single scary movie. The scary movie of the franchise. Your Google searches are just ridiculous. How are my Google searches ridiculous? What did I do? What's ridiculous? To satisfy both a lover of horror and action, neither movie is perfect, but Obsession is a better choice for a horror fan, while Disclosure Day is a better choice for an action fan. Yeah. If your group leans towards psychological, I think we're gonna go see Obsession. I think it's settled. I mean, it has really good reviews, and I also like the Curry. What's his name? Curry Barker. Like I really like I've been following him for a few years. Like on Instagram, like his reels or YouTube shorts. I've been following him for a while. And this is, I think, his like first major film. So, I mean, he's done a lot of like short films and stuff. So anyway, I like him. Let me see. I'm just paying attention over here. I'm just roasting my friend David in text. Oh, look who is awake. Wow. I can't believe you're up before noon. Yeah, he's very much like Matthew, just like bed at 4:00 and up at 12 or noon. But he doesn't have a day job. He's a bartender, so that's excusable. My cinema isn't showing Obsession. Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw it in Alamo Drafthouse. This is the place where we were thinking of going. Let me see. But I like Emily Blunt. I like there's something about Emily Blunt where she's very like average girl hot. Like she's very much like the just like run of the mill, average looking or average appearing woman. Like just I don't know how to explain it, but I know Matthew knows what I'm talking about. She's just very like plain but beautiful. Right, like it's just it's like the plain beautiful as opposed to like the synthetic beautiful that so many young women do these days. Although Emily Blunt's not, I mean she's young, but she's not. She's like in her 40s. Emily Blunt, yeah, she's 43. So yeah, no, she's a very like average girl next door beautiful kinda, as opposed to like. What was my wife showing me? We're just doing Google searches today because apparently I need more practice on my Google searches because they're ridiculous according to some people. Lisa World Cup performance. So again, like going back to what I was talking about, like Emily Blunt being like average woman beautiful, where you have Lisa, this Lisa person, she's Thai. And she's young also, but she's a very like, I don't want to say synthetic beautiful, but it's a different type of beautiful than Emily Blunt, where Lisa is very like, I'm going to put on tons of makeup and these outfits, and it's fake. I think fake is probably the word I'm looking for, as opposed to Emily Blunt, which is just like, I'm just going to throw on a sweatshirt and go down to Giant, which is a grocery store. I'm just going to throw on a sweatshirt and go down to the grocery store to pick up a few things, and she's just inadvertently like a 10. So anyway, all right, let's get back to what I was. Oh, wait. Okay, let me do one last thing. I want to see what time Obsession is playing at Alamo Drafthouse. I've looked this up 3 times, but I'm going to look it up once more. Oh, okay. I already had a tab open. Okay, let's see. Obsession today. I think we will go see the 305 movie. Okay. All right. I have set that plan in motion. Oh man, I am hungry. I'm tempted to order some McDonald's. You know what? I'm gonna put it in a poll. There's not a lot of people in the chat right now, but I want some interaction. I'm gonna try and encourage some interaction if I can find the button. There we go. Start a poll. Should Addie order McDonald's breakfast? McDonald's is killing your body. Okay, well, you know what? You know what's killing your body? This abnormal sleep schedule. That's what's killing your body. Okay, God. You know, I one time I want to order a McDonald's and they're like, oh, you sound like my mother. You gotta stop eating that shit. You gotta stop drinking that shit. Meanwhile, every day she's going down and getting a donut and a coffee at 4 p.m. And but if I dare take a sip of a soda while I'm talking to her at 5 p.m., she's like, "You gotta stop drinking that shit. You're gonna be up all night. It's not good for you." And she's like, "Oh my fucking God! Like I'm 51 years old, Mom. I'm not 15." Ugh. All right, I don't know how. Apparently, I have some unresolved issues there. Matthew says USA McDonald's is killing is like eating radiation. You've never even been to the USA, so what the fuck? Stop believing everything you read on TikTok. All right, I'll be right back. Right, I'm just going over here. Wait. All right, fellas, I'm back. So I don't have to visit to know. You know what? I don't have to visit to know that that everybody in England is gay. All right, how's that? First of all, the McDonald's all right, I'm not. You know what? Don't you fucking dare insult my McDonald's. That's like insulting like a church. Like if you're a Muslim, what do they call it? It's not they're not churches. What do they call them? A mosque, right? Like, don't you dare speak bad of my mosque. Radiation with Red 40 says, "Joke spot, my good friend Stefan. I was just talking about you, Stefan. I forget what I said, but I was just talking about you." And then, oh my God, you have two Finnish people in the room. If Henna is still here, I think she might have left. Oh no, she's here. USA ruined my McDonald's. Yep. Matthew says, "Have you even seen the videos that show what they do to U.S. McDonald's?" I know what you're talking about. You're talking about you're probably talking about they put a cheeseburger on display and it doesn't change for 20 years or ever. So just shut up. You don't think it's different, or do you think it's different in the UK? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's not. Hannah says not as good as in Finland, and then so on my travel channel, Addie Goes Places, be sure to click and subscribe. One of the things I do is I go around and I visit various McDonald's. Every country that I go to that has a McDonald's, I will go to that McDonald's and I will review it. It should be one of my playlists, I believe. Walk Talk. Okay, foreign McDonald's. So I've been to McDonald's in Montreal, in Norway. Oslo is also Norway, Sao Paulo in Finland, and so Santiago, Chile. I mean, there's more. I don't have them all in this playlist. And the European, now I have not been to a McDonald's in the UK, but the European McDonald's, other than Finland, tastes pretty much the same. And so England is probably just as terrible as the U.S. Jokespot says the U.S. Embassy. Yes, that's a big joke where I got to go to McDonald's. Like if I'm in a foreign country and I see a McDonald's, I'm like, oh, there's my embassy. That's my embassy. I cook fresh meal. Oh my God. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Not sure. Would you please come into the chat room and ban Matthew? Just kick him out of here. All right. I'm trying to get some work done, and these guys, you're just distracting me. You got to stop this. Okay, we're gonna get something done. And I was actually thinking okay, I'll do this, and then actually work. Okay, we're gonna work on the game. Fuck this. No, now you tell me to focus after you just spend the past half hour insulting my McDonald's. Okay, so far the vote is we only have 3 votes. And it is 2-1 that I should get McDonald's. All right. I'll think about it still. Okay, so where were we with this? Where were we? Oh, we were doing the ragdoll. You know what? Fuck the ragdoll. I don't want to deal with the ragdoll. I don't think we need it right now. But my question is, how do I get rid of the ragdoll? I still don't quite understand. Is it this character joint? Is this the ragdoll? Okay. I'm going to ask AI. In Unity, I added a ragdoll to a prefab in my scene. However, I do not see a ragdoll component like you would see with things like the Animator or Mesh or whatever. Now I would like to remove that ragdoll stuff, but I'm not sure what stuff to remove. What do I remove? All right. Oh my fucking God, you need AI for everything. I don't know what it's in. What are you talking about? I don't know fucking Unity. And I don't know I don't know where the ragdoll components are. Oh my God. It's the joints. Yes, you can just ignore it. How would I know that unless I've done this before? How would I know that unless I've done this before? Like, oh my God, you're pissing me off. Go back to bed. Go back to bed, Matthew. All right. So where are the joints? Are we gonna have? Okay, but you can just ignore them. I don't want to just ignore them though. I want to remove them. Okay. So wait, can I do this? Remove component. All right. I'm going to remove. So it's the joints. So I'm going to go through. I got to go through every single one and remove the joints. See, I mean, you can just ignore them. Just leave them there. That's. I don't want to say it, but that's not how we do things here. That's not how we do things. That would be kicked back to the developer so quickly. I would reject that PR so quickly. Because my first comment would be, oh, remove this thing. You need, like, if you're not using it, just remove it. And then if it was kicked back to me, being like, well, no, we can just ignore it. I'm like, motherfucker, remove it. Like, you don't leave garbage sitting around just because you're not using it. All right, let's see. Character joint, done. Remove component. All right. Left leg up. Left leg. Okay, there's another character joint. I'm probably destroying the model inadvertently, but that's all right. That's okay. Probably would have been quicker to just like copy another one, but that's okay too. We don't need to do that. We're going to do it. We're going to do it the right way because we do things the right way here. We're not lazy. All right, remove component. I do wish there was a better way to do this, though. And I'm getting kind of sick of doing this. I kind of just want to just... maybe I should just ignore it. Okay. No, we're kind of almost done. We're just going to remove it all. All right. Remove component. Remove component. All right. Okay. These don't have it. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Looks like we're done. Looks like we're done. Lisa is here. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. We also need to remove the collider and rigid body. So do we remove the collider and rigid body on everything? Let me see. Okay, so I guess it's because this... Okay, capsule collider. That doesn't seem right, though. Let me see. Okay, so this is other stuff, but if we go to the mesh... So you're saying I should remove the box collider? Wait a minute. Let me look at this guy. Let me see how this guy is doing. So I'm looking... Let me turn my highlighter on. And just the bones. Okay, so just the bones. All right. Okay, so not the root, but here. So you're saying, did you say rigid body also? Yes, collider and rigid body. All right. Oh my God, you need, that statement really pissed me off. Pissed me off. Of course I'm going to use AI. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never written a game before. Have I ever mentioned that this is my first game? That my first serious game? Have I ever mentioned that? Okay, so rigid body and collider. Not that I doubt you, Matthew, but I want to check. I just want to make sure. Let me see. Okay, yeah. It looks like the other models don't have those things. Okay, so it looks like they're just transforms. That's it. That's the only object on them. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. All right. Sweet. All right. Where was I? I completely lost track of where I was. All right. Remove that component. Remove that rigid body. Okay. Basically, we just want everything below the root to be a transform. Is there any way to... Can I... No, I don't think I can. I take pride in it. Good job, Matthew. Yeah, Lisa, you're banned. You're banned, Lisa. I can't... It's not even 8 o'clock yet. I can't deal with it. It's too early to put up with this. You know, I come in here thinking like I could have a nice little stream, a nice little morning stream, hang out with my buddies, and what do I get? I just get, oh, you need AI for everything. McDonald's is poison. Like, you sound like my mom. Why does the chat sound like my mom? Like, oh, you shouldn't have McDonald's. It's poisoning your body. God. Matthew's taking pride in making me crash out. Lisa says, it's something to be proud of. I enjoy making him lose his shit too. It's not that difficult, so I don't know why you guys are proud of it. You know, okay. Let me see. All right, we got that. All right. We're just making our way. We're cleaning up the code because we're adults, so we clean up our messes. That's what we do. Okay, so I think he is sufficiently cleaned up. Let's just kind of run the game and make sure it still works. Ugh. I'm gonna put a different song on. I need something else. What about this? I can't even hear that. What about... Okay, we're just going to go to the old standby. Okay. So we got this very tiny little game window, but that's okay. Okay. He works. I want to play that one more time. I need to pay more attention, but it is kind of funny when he just falls and then half his body goes into the ground. You put music on? I can't hear it. Yeah. No, I always have music playing. It's quiet on purpose. Here we go. There, is that better? Okay, let me see. Okay, so wait, is he doing an animation? Yeah, he's animated. Definitely animated. Okay, perfect. Now he wants to come in for a smooch, and now he falls. Okay, I mean, I think this looks pretty good. I am going to commit this code because we haven't actually committed in a while, so I don't know what the state of our repo is. What did I change on the bodyguard's prefab? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so here, like, we have this randomization, different death. I guess we could also... Well, let me actually go ahead and stage what I want to stage. Oh, I don't want to forget about the animal pack. We got to check out the animal pack. Bodyguard scene. I don't think we really need that. Okay, well, let me be careful. We're going to check that in. Skip the animal pack for now. Oh my God, how many animals are in this thing? I'm gonna take a nap while I scroll down. Jesus Christ. Do you hear the music now? Do you hear the music now? Okay, let me put something else on. All right, I got it, Lisa. Let me put this back to a normal volume. And let me know if it's too loud, because now I fucked up the volume. I think it was at 18. I'm going to put it back to 18. All right. I'm going to look copyright free, happy music. All right. Are you ready for this, Lisa? Are you ready? Because this is just for you. I kind of already hate it. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Okay, 3/4 of you are saying I should get McDonald's. This isn't bad. It's a little jazzy. It's a little like I wouldn't seek this out. Like I'm not downloading this on my phone when I'm about to get on a 12-hour flight so that I have music to listen to. Like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not downloading this. But if it's on, I'm not like, oh God, I wish they would change the music. Like it's okay. You can't hear it. I think in the case of McDonald's, you should listen to the minority. Yeah, English people always do that. Yeah, I mean but that's what got you into that's what got your country into the mess it's in now. Listening to the minorities. You should have a pure bangers playlist for the plane. Can you really not hear it? I'm gonna check on my phone. I don't trust you guys. I don't trust you guys for a second. Especially Lisa. Let me see. Addie Goes Places. Here we go. Okay, yeah. No, this I think it's a good volume. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you can't trust Lisa. Like, she can't trust her. I don't like her. I mean, I love her, but you can't trust her. Okay, so, all right. I wanted to, everything, wow. Okay, we got to check out the animal pack because there is tons of stuff in this animal pack. But right now, I want to check in everything that's not the animal pack. There we go, stage selected. All right. That's fine. Yes, I'm staging big files. Everything else should be animal pack related. And it does... Oh, no, not everything. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I save fucking Unity. Oh, I don't need to save the bodyguard scene. Okay, we're gonna save it anyway. I don't care. Actually, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're gonna discard it in a second. Okay, so this. Okay, this is going right to no. This is not going to go to master. We're going to create a branch. This branch is just going to be called Lisa's Boobs. And then we are going to push this. This is the initial check-in of some code that allows the NPCs to be animated, unlike Matthew's father, who never looks animated when his son comes to visit. Instead, he looks disappointed because he probably is, because Matthew is always staying up until 4 a.m. and is doing nothing with his life. But that's not entirely true, because he does have a good job and his father does actually love him, unlike my father, who has never told me that he loves me. All right, excellent. It's a good practice to have detailed commit messages, so that way when you're going through the source code history, it's easy to look at it, you don't have to go looking at the code. You can just look at the commit message, and then you know exactly what's going on in that particular commit. So that's why I write out these really detailed commit messages. It's a good practice. There's a song called "Tonight's the Night I Die to a Frank Ocean Song." Tonight's the night I die to a Frank Ocean song. She wrote it while probably going through turbulence on a plane. Perfectly explains the changes. Yeah, no, it's good practice. It's good practice. Okay, and then we still have this animal pack. I'm super interested in the animal pack. I want to see what's going on. Let's see if we can give this guy a pet. Yeah, maybe we need to implement pets. Right? Like, I mean, why shouldn't the people of St. Abilene have pets? I don't like. I like. Do you guys not like pets? Do you not? Why, Matthew? Why do you hate dogs? Like, why? Why do you hate dogs? Okay, let me see. And what was it called? It is Assets Animal Pack. Easy enough. Here we go. Prefabs. Wow, look at this. We got tons. We got cattle, a brown bear. Wow. And they even have some animations. And now that we're animation experts, oh my God, they've got, wow. Bear die, bear eat, bear idle. This is awesome. This is awesome. Oh my God. We're good. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think we should just have guard bears. Instead of like guard people, we have guard bears. Wow. An octopus? Iron Age pig. What is that? It's just a type of pig, I guess. Okay. A perch fish. Nah, he's going to be small. I'm going to get him out of there. Wild rabbit. A wolf. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We've got, chickens. I do love me a chicken. Now, these guys, they're not doing anything. They're just basically just static models that are going to be there in the scene. Let's go check them out anyway. How did you know? Okay, but they need, like, cool pets, not like cats and dogs. Well, they could have a butterfly or a frog or a crab. Wait. Let me see. Oh, whoa. Wait. What the hell? They're already animated. That freaked me out. I guess the bear died. So, okay, so I guess the prefab enables some animation by default. Wow. I mean, look at that wolf. Like, he's, wow. Okay. All right. No, I mean, this is, I think this was what? I think this was $5, or it might have been free. I'm not even sure. Okay, Lisa, what do they want as a pet? Like, we've got a viper? I'm not even sure. Oh, a viper. A viper is like an eel, it looks like. Okay. I didn't know what a viper was. A rat? One of my ex-girlfriends, she would keep rats as pets. She had it, and I liked them. I thought they were cute, but some people are very, like, I don't know. They're just very weird. Like, oh God, no, why would you keep a pet rat? Ah, that's disgusting. And it's like, it's this cute little furry thing. Like, I'm not saying you should keep like a New York City gutter rat as a pet, but just like you go to the pet store, you buy one. They're really cute. Matthew says, just a default animation. Yeah, don't need code for the default. Yeah, no, that freaked me out. I want to see what the bear does again. Because the bear was really like, The bear kind of let me look at him. The bear just like stood up and died. Oh. He just like what's going on? Okay, Lisa, what's the pet? What's the pet that they're gonna have? An ibex? Whoa! A goat, a male deer, cattle. Isn't cattle's not an animal. I mean, it's a cow. All right. Dude, this is awesome. Oh my God. We're going to have we're going to have a farm or six. We're going to have some farms on this island. This island's going to be banging with animals. Oh my God. It's going to be amazing. Okay. All right. I'm a little too excited about the animal pack, but I'm glad we checked that out. I kind of want to, I'm going to put everything on. Okay. Maybe not the butterfly. You can't even see the butterfly. Cattle, we got the chickens, we've got the cattle. Common frog. Okay, wait a minute. The frog. There we go. Yes. I think in this world they have giant frogs. I think that's what this world needs. Giant frogs. Whoa. A fire salamander, a deer, crocodile, ibex. Okay. No, this is cool. And until Lisa tells me what pet they have, I don't know. We got a rabbit here. We got 2 rabbits. I kind of like everything that makes sense. I want to put onto the scene because I want to see what their default animations are. A crab. We're going to make him a little bit bigger. Okay. Crocodile. All right, let's just check this out. They need something that would be helpful with their seafaring. I think an ibex would be very helpful in that regard. Let me see. Okay, I still don't know why the bear just stands up and dies. Oh, wow. Oh, a few things. Okay. Oh, the chickens are like chickening. Okay, that's pretty cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. I think, however, we're going to not check this in right now. No, okay, no. We'll check it in. It's not like it costs me. It's not like it costs me anything. Okay, costs. Okay. I think a seagull would be fun. Did I mention seagull as an option? Oh, wait, maybe it is one. No, it's not. Did I mention seagull as an option? We have a swan. Oh, wait, I should delete all these things from the scene before I go and check this in. A swan might be the closest we're going to get to a seagull. Let me see. A scorpion, a wolf, salmon, pike. I don't see a lot of birds other than the chickens and the swan. Yeah, no birds. Sorry, Lisa. You are SOL. Let me see. And now Lisa's making fun of the way I say wolf. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? All right. Let me just delete all these. Delete. This is the initial revision. No. In this commit, I am adding the animal pack that I downloaded because Lisa is making fun of the way I speak, even though she speaks like a third grader with a speech in. I lost focus. With a speech problem. And that's probably why her dad went out one day to get a gallon of milk and never came back. Unlike Matthew's father, who did go out to get milk, but he did come back. However, he didn't have milk. Instead, he had beer. Okay, that's the commit message. He took the L out of wolf and put it in everything else. Wolf! Like, how do you say it? Wolf? Wolf? Oh, look, there's a wolf. I mean, Matthew probably says it like that. Oh, dear, there's a wolf over there. Please be careful of the wolf. And then Lisa has that like Midwestern accent where she kind of, it sounded a little bit like Joe. What did Joe always say? Where it was like, he would put R's at the end of things. And like, he didn't even realize, and I would make fun of him and I would tell him like, why are you, what, like, oh God, I wish I could think of an example. Like instead of NASA, it would be Nasser. Like Lisa does something very similar too. I remember from like, she's got that thick, like Midwestern accent. Oh my God, come on, check in already. I am hungry and it looks like 3/4 of you wanted me to order McDonald's, but I'm not going. I'm going to listen to the minority in this case. How do I close the poll? In poll. There we go. My grandpa used to say wash. Well, that's a very like, oh, my mother says Washington. And I did too for a long time. And I worked very hard. I can't even speak. I worked very hard to get rid of that Washington. And I very explicitly say wash. I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to Washington. I'm from Washington, D.C. The other one that I try to, that I still slip up quite a bit is where it's very Baltimore, Maryland to say on. Like, oh, turn the light on. Like, oh, yeah, no, the light's not on. You got to turn it on. Where like now I try, like if I'm pretty good at saying on now. Like I try to say on because I think that's a more neutral accent. Grandma, I said, Grandma, learn to read. I'm banning you. I'm banning you. Okay, you're just like, I'm not even joking. If I need to figure out how to do it. Once I figure out how to do it, Lisa, you're banned. I'm banning you. I'm even bringing my Naughty Boy browser. Okay, let me see. How do I do this? Okay, let me pause that. All right, and then let's see, ban. Put user in timeout. There we go. That's it. Lisa, you're getting a 10-second timeout. Sick of it. Oh my God, it deleted everything. I just put her in a timeout. What the hell? Everything, it deleted all her messages. I didn't realize it was so harsh. Oh my God. Holy cow. Everything was gone. Wow. All right. I got to go pee. I'll be right back. All right, fellas, I'm back. I gotta get some water. Lisa says, I only require specificity with this because I never knew any of my grandfathers. They were all dead before I was born. You know, I'm looking over here, and there's text everywhere. Forgive me if I misread something. Holy hell, God, people you can't make women happy. Like they're never happy. Like Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world, had a wife. She divorced him because she was unhappy. You just can't, like, he literally had more money than like most countries, and this woman was still unhappy. You can't make them happy. No matter what, you can't make them happy. They're ungrateful, and they just take and take and take and take and take. It's all they do is just take. They just suck. And luckily sometimes that's good, but mostly it's not. It's just money isn't the problem. If you sit there and say money can't buy happiness, I'm going to ban you. If you say that, if you say anything that even resembles that, I'm banning you. I'm banning everybody. Everybody's banned. So, my favorite saying is like, money can't buy happiness, but being broke won't buy shit. Money can't buy happiness, but it gets very close. It buys the things that make you happy. If you're a miserable person, you're going to be a miserable person. But money won't excuse a shitty person, but it certainly helps. I mean, would you rather be with a shitty person who's broke or a shitty person who's a billionaire? I think we all know. Money can't buy happiness, but it's sure better than to cry in a Lambo than in a Honda. Yep. Okay, what are we going to do? I kind of want to go back to my map stuff. Actually, I kind of want to go work in the yard. I'd rather choose a non-shitty person. Maybe I should have specified the question a little bit more. Let's say you are going to be in a 1-year relationship with a toxic, shitty person. Would you rather that person be rich or poor? Of course you want it to be rich. Now, if the question is, would you rather be with a poor, good person or a rich, shitty person? I think there's still people that would choose the rich, and I think in some cases it depends. No. I'd leave if they were shitty. Money irrelevant. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it depends. I don't think you would. I think it depends on, like, I don't know. I have all these weird scenarios, so there's probably just like too many scenarios to really kind of drill down on it, because I think in some cases you would stay with the shitty person if they were rich. And in some cases, you're going to leave a good person if they're poor. So I dealt with a shitty person. I chose not to do that again. Well, yeah, maybe. Okay. But see, the thing is like, I think you're not going to get a good perspective on a relationship until you are, however long the relationship was, take that time and double it. So once you're removed that long from the relationship, that's when you're going to get a good perspective on it, right? So like if you were with your girl for a year and a half, only 3 years after the breakup will you be able to look back on it and have like a mostly non-biased, objective view on the relationship. And I think a lot of things like they're so, like, I mean, you always hear it online, like with online people when they break up, it's like, oh yeah, it was a toxic narcissistic relationship, there was so much emotional abuse, like it's played out, I'm sorry, it's just like, no. So but I think a lot of that is not because Well, I think it's because you have young people who are inexperienced saying that, and I think some people say it for clout. But I think also people say it because they don't have a good perspective on the relationship. But it's difficult to have a good perspective on a relationship. Matthew says, I've been with some really, really shitty people. I'm over it. I'd rather be broke than have to deal with that anymore. Well, if you keep finding yourself with if you keep finding yourself in relationships with shitty people, maybe you should check the bottom of your own shoe. No. Okay. What are we doing? So we have these animations working in the States to some extent. Oh, all right. I got to get this thing off. Okay. There we go. Got to get that off. Got to get my babushka rag off. Now my head can breathe again. Like I like it when my hair flows in the wind. It was an 8-year relationship. Took 2 months for her to fuck everything. So see, Matthew is very, and like, I know, like, oh, wait. I want to write something. I'm going to write something off screen. Okay. And then I'm going to do this. Oh, wait. All right. We'll do this. Okay. So I think Matthew is I think Matthew is still too close to this relationship to look at it objectively. Now, from what I understand, yes, she did something that's like very like unforgivable in a lot of ways. And like, yes, I get that. Like what she did and like the situation she ended up, I'm not putting it all on blast. I don't want to put it all on blast and like throw your business out there. So, but I think what she did was probably like, yes, it was bad. But I still think that like, you know, like, nope. Oh, so Matthew says, nope, moved on. And I wrote, Matthew will say he's over it, but he's not. He's not. He is more over it than he was when I first met him. I'll give him that. And I think moving out of the house and getting away from all of that definitely helped. But you're not over it. You're not over it, my friend. You will get over it, and you're getting over it. Like you're getting over it more and more and more. But I don't think you're able to look objectively at everything. That's my point. The wound still hurt, of course, but I'm enjoying speaking to you. Good. You should. I remember. So like when I get out of a relationship, a measurement for me, a measurement that I always kind of use in terms of like how far in the process of getting over it I am, is there will usually be a day where I'm like, oh wow, I didn't think about that person at all yesterday. And then there will be like, wow, I didn't think about that person. I haven't thought about that person in weeks. And you know, that kind of thing. So like, I think that's a good measurement. Like I always like for me, I'm always happy when I hit one of those milestones where like, oh, wow, I didn't think about her at all yesterday. Like yesterday, I didn't think about her once, like kind of thing. So Lisa says, I've been out of my marriage for 13 years, married for 8. I can see what I did wrong, but he was the problem. He was trash. Well, it sounds like there's some bitterness there. But maybe he was trash. Maybe you're right. Okay. I want to work on this while we're talking relationships and I'm judging you. I'm judging everybody. We're going to work on the map a little bit. Let me see. Oh, wait, what happened here? Oh, okay. Maybe we'll work on the states. No. Some gameplay would be nice. Too bad we can't play this game. I'm just going to enable all these guys. I don't know why, but I'm just going to enable all of them. Well, let's make sure they're actually in reasonable places. Some of them might be in the middle of the terrain. Okay. All right. Okay. And I don't know what this guy's path looks like. That's part of the problem here. How did I do that? What did I do? How did I get that view I just had? Matthew, how do I do that? What did I press? What was that? What was that? Everything was grayed out. You opened the prefab in the scene context mode. How do I prefab? Open asset and context. Okay, I like that. But I don't think I did the context menu, did I? I feel like I hit some shortcut. I'm sure there's probably a shortcut that I accidentally hit. Maybe there's not. I don't know. I want to check out this guy's path. I want to make sure his path makes sense. Patrol points. There's 4 patrol points. Okay. I think this one can move. This one can move closer to where he's at. Ah! How'd you guys sleep last night? I slept pretty okay. The problem is, for me, is like this time of year when it starts to get light by 5:30 or 5:15, and then I wake up and it's just bright outside. Like I have a hard time getting back to sleep. Even if it's dark in the room that I'm in, just my body knowing that it's like so bright outside, I find it difficult to get back to sleep. 12 hours sleep, so good. That's a sign of depression, my friend. Lisa says, I think I slept okay. I don't know. Are you working today, Lisa? I would imagine so. You just went back to, your vacation just ended a couple days ago. Matthew's got no plans. I'm going to go see a movie. Not sure it's not even here. Henna came and left, so I don't know where Henna went. Lisa says, yeah, I'm on my way. What time do you get off work? Wait, are you driving and texting? You need to stop that. You need to stop that. Okay, she gets off at 7 p.m. Okay, perfect. I like this chill music. All right, one more guard to enable. I'm just gonna play this, and I think I'm gonna actually go find something to eat. I'm pretty hungry, and then I'm gonna go work in the yard. But I will probably be back later, probably around 7 p.m. Oh, Lisa's heading to her car now, and Hannah is here. Oh, just very quiet. Okay. Just being the normal, quiet, reserved, finished person sitting in the corner. I see how it is. Some guys, it's like he's airing out his armpits. He's just chilling with the floating gun. He's just got this floating gun. Oh, he sees green guy. So he's trying to shoot green guy. Okay. So that's an issue. That's an issue. He should not be seen through walls. I bet it's because green guy is on the default layer. Maybe. Maybe. No, he's not. He's on the friendly NPC layer. So how the hell is he seeing green guy? Matthew says he missed Henna. We all did. We all missed Henna. But Henna only misses Matthew. I'm not jealous at all. I'm not jealous at all. I don't, not one bit jealous. I am so tired all of a sudden. I think I don't know. I need to eat. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is default name. That's not going to help me much. I just want to eliminate and see which one he is. Oh, he's patrol guard. Duh. Okay. All right. I'm going to go lay down. I'm like feeling like exceedingly tired right now. I will probably be back later. I think I'm going to try and come back around 7:00 just for Lisa. Hopefully Matthew and Henna will be asleep so I don't have to deal with either of them. No, wait. It's Lisa I don't want to deal with. Well, whatever. I'm kidding. I love all you guys. But yeah, I'm going to head out. It's been fun. I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Bye, everybody.